Hi there, this is Julie from 554 and Company with another short tutorial for you. Now, I did use a Decor transfer in this tutorial, but there also was several layers of decoupage. So for you newbies, I thought I would share some tips and tricks. Every time you create a layer that you are going to glue down, it's very important that you take time to dry that layer fully before adding the next one. This gives the adhesive a chance to fully cure, and if you don't do this step, what can happen is you can end up with bubbling. And so I started with a frame that I was upcycling from the thrift store, and I decided to go ahead and do my work for my art piece directly on the cardboard of the frame. I started with some scrapbook paper and laid down a layer of that I thought complemented my Decor transfer, and then I dried it thoroughly. Then I moved on to another piece of scrapbook paper that had quite a bit of texture to it. So I decoupaged that down and again dried it thoroughly before adding the decorative transfer. Once I was comfortable with where that was placed, I added a layer of decoupage medium over the top of that to make sure that everything was sealed in well before I tried to apply my transfer. And again, I did take time to dry that, even though I did not show that in this video. My next step was to add my Decor transfer right onto that decoupaged surface. I left myself a little corner so that I would have a place to grab onto, so that as I rubbed the Decor transfer with my transfer tool, I could have a place to lift and get the transfer to release onto the decoupaged surface. Once I completed applying the transfer, I did use my burnishing pad to make sure that the transfer was fully adhered to my scrapbook paper and to eliminate any halos that might be left behind. And then, of course, after I did that burnishing, I went ahead and put a coat of Redesign with Prima's medium over the top of it just to seal it all in place. And then I started thinking about what kind of decorative elements I could add to make my project just a little bit more special with a 3D element. I found a little metal embellishment from Jim Holtz that said "Let It Snow," and because of the snowflakes in my initial scrapbook paper, I decided that that was just the right element. So I used some Quick and Thick as an adhesive to make sure that it was fully glued down and in place before adding it to my frame and finishing my project. If you like tutorials like these, please let me know. You can find me on Facebook and on YouTube as 554 and Company.